Good evening, good evening. Evening. Thought I'd do a live after my video premiere. I'm extremely bored and I've got my stealth smoking jacket on. Half a big doofer, and I'm going to make another massive one in a minute because I'm feeling greedy. So, yeah. Happy evening, everyone. Happy evening. I do like to, you know, I like to take a copyright claim at the start of my live. So I play something which I think fits my mood. So yeah, something to chill me. Not that I'm not chilled, but just set a mood. All about setting a mood. Sometimes I'll come on. I love classical music and opera. Sometimes I'll come on with classical because it just sets a mood. It just does. So yeah, that was Oxygen by Orbital. It's on their new album. Came out last year now, end of last year, and it's extremely, extremely good album. And there's French and English versions of Oxygen. There you are. Let's go back up the top. I haven't said my hellos that I know some people don't like, but yes, Bagman, first in, second in Taters, third in Steve, evening Steve. Then we got Nomadic. Probably just because it takes so long to shift gears in the big semi. So, the others probably had better acceleration. Evening James. No, it's not going to be a live with a load of silly shorts. Evening Wolfman. Evening Jay. No, it's going to be hopefully a chilled one. I might mute myself occasionally to have a big cough. I've got since I got a soak in the other day. I've got a fucking snuffle and a cough, which my missus had first, but I was the one that was out getting wet in the rain, doing the shopping and that. But we've both got a little sniffle, so I've got plenty of tissue to hand, and I might mute myself occasionally to cough because I don't really like coughing down the microphone, to be honest. I think it's uncouth. So, brandy and crack. But yeah, evening Robert, evening mate, evening Fuming, evening Nice. Yeah, so same goes as the other night. If anyone's got any bonage to pick with me, feel free to come on panel and do that. That's what I'm here for, and I'll same as before. First come, first serve. So if people are on panel and others are just going to come up to antagonize, then that's not going to be happening. Not on purpose, because it's been loads of lives where it's just been really aggy, and there's been some chilled ones, don't get me wrong, but it's quite over Christmas, and as soon as Christmas has passed, like loads of people said it would, I thought it might carry on a bit longer being calm, but day after Boxing Day it kicked off, and it's been going ever since. Big up Louise. Evening Cheeky. Good evening Robert. Evening Sainsbury's Bag. Evening Paul C. I'll just go through the chat a little minute and I'll get the link out. Good evening Tyrone. I love the little beach videos, Tyrone. I was looking on Rightmove and I just pulled up the map, so I was having a look at that area, and there's some beautiful terraced houses just outside of town, but very, very affordable. Fucking for where they are in the countryside and that close to Llanelli and Berryport and the estuary. Fucking hell, man. Unbelievable. You know, within walking distance of the seafront. You know, 100 odd grand, like fucking hell. Good evening, Rainbow. Evening, Rainbow. Evening, Shark. Carry on with the hellos a minute. See if I've missed anyone. Evening, J Paddy Donut. I do like a nice donut. Not Krispy Kreme, though. They don't agree with me. Don't agree with me. I'm just going to rip down the line here. Rip down. Evening, UK lady. So I was just in the other chat then, in the YouTube chat. Don't think I've missed anyone so far. Evening, Rob. Evening, AJ. Guys, no personal timing outs in the chat. Only shenanigans. Only shenanigans. Evening, Michael. Still trying to catch up with chat. Don't think I've missed anyone so far. I haven't got a patio, but I have got an allotment. Yeah, I won't say what's underneath the concrete floor of the shed. Yeah. And I live on the top of a mountain as well, so plenty of quarries, sinkholes. You know, with a sinkhole that's 60 foot deep, you haven't got to worry, have you? You know. Still trying to catch up. The chat fucking flying. I'm just going to the bottom. Evening, Yogi. Evening, Upton. Evening, Glenda. Evening, Uncle John. I'm seeing a few as I scroll through fast. Trying to catch up. Let's catch up. There we are. I've caught up. Evening, Simon. Good evening. I've been waffling for 15 minutes, so I'm going to put the link out. Like I said, I'm not going to deliberately court any controversy or arguments just for the sake of it. There's enough of that been going on. Last stream was chilled. Hopefully this stream's going to be chilled. Yeah, I'm not saying there's a place for people. If people want to have a pick at me for something, please come on and do. But, you know, if panelists are on, don't come on to pick at other panelists because it's not going to fly today. You know, everyone likes a bit of drama, but we've had a lot. A lot of drama. And some that I've, you know, in my last live, Bobby wanted to come on and say something, and I said no because I didn't want any sort of involvement in it. Still don't know what's going on, and still don't want to get myself. I don't want to dip my toes in it. So you know, not saying there's not going to be dramas around and whatnot. You know, I am caught in it by saying if anyone has got a bone to pick with me, they are more than welcome to come on. You know, and it can be one-on-one. That's never going to happen, Andy. That's never going to happen. Nice one, audit the lives. Make sure you audit all the lives. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to get through. I had my fucking glasses on like a teacher then, looking down my nose at everybody. Look. Let me pin that up a minute. Wherever it's gone. The link is pinched. Big up, Mr. Rainbow. Yeah, Wolfman's flying. Flying. Wow, this chat is absolutely flying. It's hard to keep up. And you know I like to interact with the chat, and I've missed loads this evening already. I've been going 20 minutes odd, and I've missed loads of the chat, loads of comments. You know I like to pick comments out and most comments and highlight them. And yeah, I like ghosting audit the lives. I love a bit of ghosting me. Ooh. Not that I'm on YouTube all the time, and I'm not subbed to that many people who live stream, to be honest. Or I turn the notifications off. So, but I'm around, you know. I know, Mr. Rainbow. I made my video earlier, and my eardrum's still perforated. So, what I'm going to have to do is during the day, sometime pack my ear with cotton wool and try doing some singing and playing and see how my ear feels. And if it's all right, then I'll be doing the old private gig thing. So, evening, Tyrone.
All right, Matthew?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Oh, you can hear me. My mic is working. Thank God.
It's a little bit muffled, but I can hear you. Have you got a phone? Are you on your phone? No.
No, I'm on my laptop.
You haven't got it on any sort of pad, have you? You know, like lap pad to keep it cool.
No, it's on my leg today.
Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear you all right. It's just a bit muffly, that's all.
Let me see if I drop my mic here.
Yeah, it sounds like your microphone on your laptop might have a little bit of fluff in it or something. It's a common fault with, I know, some of the iPhones. I'm not sure about laptops, but it'll tell you how. There's videos that'll tell you how to clean it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems to be all right on the laptop.
Yeah, because you like your live streams. Go on Amazon and buy a USB clip-on microphone, lapel microphone. They range between £5 and £12. I've got one that cost me £12, and it's brilliant.
I ordered one from eBay a couple of days ago because it's fully modern day, and I found out with my Google account was fucked up. So once I got the Google up, it's working again.
Yeah.
It's muffled the fuck, is it?
What's that?
It's muffled, is it?
It's clear enough to hear you. Yeah, it's like quite bassy, but it's definitely clear enough to hear you. Evening, Rob.
And then you can do your end of changing.
Good evening.
Evening.
Evening, evening.
Let's see.
How do you, Mr. Ministry?
That better, Ministry?
Yeah, all good, man. All good.
That
Yeah, we
better?
can hear you, Ty. I'll try turning you up a little bit. It's just a little muffled, but let me get rid of that. I've turned you nearly all the way up, so
Yeah, okay. Okay. You should. How about that, Ministry? Not better?
yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Still sound like shit, but we can hear
Yeah.
Fuck off, Rob.
Is it because you're a dog? What the fuck?
Yeah. That's it. I'm sounding a bit rough.
Right, let's get in there early, Ministry. Get a subject up before someone comes on to fucking slap your bald head and all that. What we going to do about Andrew? What's the UK going to do about fucking Andrew?
Who's Andrew?
Evening.
I know,
That royal.
Oh, him. What's he been up to now?
I think there's a protest out today. He's not our king and all that sort of shit and that, but because he's been properly fucking named in those Epstein
right.
stuff.
I haven't seen any of that. I haven't
really
seen any of the Epstein stuff.
Did you pay a 10 or 12 million or something to put that for you?
Yeah, fucking 12 million.
Why the fuck would you do that if you're innocent? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Fucking hell. I mean, it's obvious. It's, you know what I mean? It's so obvious and everything. Yeah, he's fucking wrong and he's done shit. The palace is defending him, but they're never going to give him any position back as a royal unless he's like a fucking gardener or something, is basically what they're saying. So they're admitting, you know what I mean? Otherwise, they would fucking put him back in wherever, wouldn't they? So they definitely admitting, right, yeah, he's a wrong one. So why don't they fucking put him out to string him up and like put him in prison and like show that they're fucking decent people? How much respect would that give the country towards them if they fucking hunt them?
He'd blow his fucking top, wouldn't he, and tell all about the rest of them. That's what the fucking problem is. He'll end up suicided.
Tripped over with a rope round his neck.
Just before him out for something reason, you know. He won't be on any duties or your duties ever again, so
no. It's just a fucking scar on us, isn't it? They are really here to represent us in a way, you know what I mean? Bring all the fucking tourism over and that, traditions and all that sort of shit. You know what I mean? Our royals back in the day used to fuck people up when they fucked up and stick their heads on a pole, bang it up on the, you know what I mean, the ramparts and shit. So fucking grow some balls, fucking Charles. Stop fucking talking to trees and, you know what I mean, undrawn quarter the bastard. Is that extreme? Am I just being a little bit extreme?
Are you the intermediate in verbal thing on the certain live the night? A certain woman and a certain man, I won't mention her name.
We could do him like the man in the iron mask.
Yeah, I gotta sort of make out someone coming. Yeah.
Yeah, I just tried your settings again, and it just made it echo a little bit. It didn't make it any better. So
it sounds like when you get your mic wet, doesn't it?
Ministry, yeah. I'll jump off now and I'll come back up, but I'll be doing a live around next week because I got my 3 hours back, so I'll be shut a couple of lives out. But I'm going to jump down now. This mic is fucking no good. So cheers, but.
No worries, Ty.
Take it easy, man. Whatever the fuck you said.
Good.
How's you, boy? Oi, pussycat.
I'm good. I'm always good, mate.
Excellent. Fucking chat is popping off, isn't it?
Yeah, Ministry, I see you seen that fucking altars put up.
I saw Maybe it was a little bit of Chubby's last night. Was it on or something?
Yeah, Chubby's, yeah. I clicked on it. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? For one, I don't live in Rottenstall with it. You know, for two, fucking.
Yeah.
You know, I've been clean 24 years. You know, I'm thinking, what the fuck? And for number 3, yeah, my name's Anthony John Smith. You know, any newspaper article, they put your full name out there.
Yes, they do.
And number 4, let's go number 4. When I was up in court with fucking OG Misema, all my previous charges were read out. And even the court said, you hadn't been arrested for 23, what were it, 22 years, something like that then. Yeah, 22 years. But I do like a narrative. Why not?
Yeah, I had a little bit of a giggle
funny.
at it today, you know what I mean, in my video, but and that's not really something to giggle about. But that's what I said, you know, as my ultra sort of monkey chimp character, you know. Well, I don't know if it's true, but I put it up anyway. You know what I mean? Because, you know,
I'm not sure who's put it up. I'm not sure if it's UK lady, Chubby, or it could be Crinkle, or it could be Ultra. I'm not sure.
Plot twist.
I just presumed
all of those people.
Ultra. I just presumed that because you two been going at it, you know.
Well, I hope he puts it all over the fucking internet. I hope he does do that, and then we can see past the narrative.
I'm lost.
Big slurp of coffee. Even agent.
Anyway, where the fuck did Ultra's channel go? It fucking disappeared.
I don't know. I unsubbed when he blocked my accounts. So I wouldn't know.
But I have seen him today. We're over on Steve Farman's today, so still about.
Oh no, I see that Steve's forced himself into another community.
What's going on? Somebody's nicked his fucking dog.
He's got 2 of them. Someone did give him that bull terrier thing, but he's got McGrizzles and Captain Jack. But yeah, he's moved off the mountain. He's down at the community down by the river now somewhere.
I think he's gone back to that hippie community, you know.
One of them. He's gone to one of them. I don't know if it's a new one or not, but
He's only been there a couple of days, and people are still fucking, you know, hating him already. What's going on? Just can't make fucking friends anywhere, him, can I?
I got to say, you know, I do like the idea of living on a piece of land in Spain, but I'm sorry, I'd have to have a static caravan at least with an air conditioning unit. You know what I mean? And running water and a proper toilet.
It sounds good, that, you know.
You could have all that in a cave, and that's like proper good air conditioning, and you'll be all right.
Oh, there's cave homes for sale in northern Spain.
Yeah, cave dwellings, isn't there?
That's the place
with land. Mate.
Never have a problem with your roof, and if you do, you're not going to know about it.
Yeah, they look like primitive. The you know, they carved out the rock kitchen and stuff, but the one I saw had a little sort of lean-to add-on wooden one.
How old are they?
I'm not sure how old the caves are. I couldn't say.
Well, there you go straight away. How many wimpy homes do you know from probably a few thousand years ago?
None. I'll check my Mike Fuming. You said I'm in and out, so
No, you haven't been dropping in and out to me.
no. So I was just checking that it was running through my audio interface, which it is, so it shouldn't be.
So what are you
Shouldn't
using?
be
You're
dropping
using
a
that
call.
that £12 microphone? What you're on about?
No, I'm actually using at the moment my vocal singing microphone because I'm running through a mixer, which is an audio interface. Look, so I've got a mic in one of these cage things, anti-vibration cage. I haven't put a muffler over it, but yeah, this is my vocal singing mic from when I was in the band. So, but I'm running through a mixer. So,
Proper professional fucking YouTuber. That's what he is.
I've got one of them, but I never fucking use it. I need to get my other computer fixed.
good in the matic. Yeah, my little mixer was mega cheap. It's a little Behringer mixer. I think it's like 2 XLR channels, but it's got like 6 in all. Not that I'd ever need 6 channels, but it's a mixer and it's an audio interface. So all you do is plug it in and put it as your default sound device, and Bob's your uncle. You're away with a microphone. It's just a matter of tweaking your audio settings. But you just whack a set of headphones in to do that.
Makes me laugh when people say Bob's your uncle, because my uncle is known as Bob. It's like, how'd you fucking know?
I'll have to change my name to Bob the Cat. Or a street cat named Bob. One or the other.
That's good, yeah.
A street cat named Bob. Hey, Dad, that cat, didn't it? He's got another one now.
Not sure.
The film. Have you not seen the film?
No. Mr. Rainbow, the microphone is sprung on little springs and elastic. It's a studio thing. It's to stop the mic vibrating around.
More for when you're on stage bouncing around and shit, really.
Yeah, this one is specifically for the computer.
So what are you doing to make it bounce around a lot?
I'm not. It's just the easiest. It's the smallest boom mic stand I've got, and it's the most sturdy. So I can extend it with my microphone on it without the fear of it tipping over. So that's why I'm using this one of my gigging ones.
So when I start using my mic, do I need to tweak it and set it as a default microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just set it as default. Do you go into your audio settings on your computer?
Yeah, go into settings. Audio might be audio devices or just audio settings, and you click down and
it might even ask you when you plug it in whether you want to make it your default, so quick and easy if it does that.
Yeah.
I mean,
but other than that, settings, microphone, instead of having it sort of camera array or whatever it's set at, just change it to your USB microphone.
I mean, I only paid about
audio
70
interface,
quid
whatever
for this
you're
one.
using.
I paid about 70 quid for it, but when I plugged it in, I had no program that came for it. It didn't fucking ask me if I wanted it as default microphone or nothing. It just worked.
Yeah, a lot of shit you can just plug and play nowadays. It's like that, and they're even fuck. If we got to get them to put a download in for a codec or something or whatever, these dumb cunts don't know what they're doing. Fuck it, let's do it all for them. Plug it in, away you go.
Yeah, my little lapel mic is just plug and play. You plug it in, and you don't even have to prompt it. It just turns itself on as the default microphone.
Reports straight back to CIA.
Yep.
We're in.
Chocolate starfish is in. Where's Brownfinger?
Right, who's going to punch the chocolate starfish first? With their tongue, of course. Let's keep it gentle.
Chubby. Chubby, your mummy.
Oh, fucking hell. Do you know what I did last night? I timed him out for 24 hours, Chubby, on Smilers.
Well, you flaming mincer.
Do you know what he's done? He's left about fucking 15 messages on all my videos saying, I'm going to take all your subscribers from you.
Yeah, he left a message on a comment on one of my videos saying how you're gonna be able to do this if you can't speak. So my reply was, I'll get mummy to do it for me. He probably didn't expect me to be awake, but I'd woken up to have a pee and a fag. So I saw the comment and replied fucking straight away.
He's going to steal all my subscribers. I'm fucking scared.
How's he going to manage that?
I don't know.
I've got to say, I don't really watch Chubby or whatever, but I saw he was live the other night and flicked over to it, and there wasn't like many lives on, to be honest. We had 40 odd in, so
that's only because
most ghosting.
That's only because Baron and UK Lady were arguing.
Oh, that's what it was. I miss it all. I do miss it all. I'll try not to get involved.
Oh, you missed Coffeegate. Fuck's sake, mate.
I was out of smile.
Oh dear. I must admit, it's all been quite entertaining, to be fair. The bits that I've caught. I've got nothing of yours though, mate. Fucking all this going to court stuff and that. Fucking yeah. Me know nothing on that one. So you're not that popular because if I ain't heard about it, just saying.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean not popular.
Coffee is the new acid attack. Oh fucking hell. That's all I need to know. I don't need to watch any clips or fuck all. That's all I need to know.
Fucking hell. Just don't talk about Tassimo, pods, fucking shit like that. It's like probably a no-go area at the moment.
I'm very gutted today. I was watching Smilers last night and they were reading out them fucking messages off WhatsApp of Baron and UK Lady.
Yeah, that's the Coffeegate.
Yeah, I caught 10 minutes when I woke up for a pee.
I had to go to bed, mate. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, but it was funny. It was entertaining. Zara was UK Lady with the American accent, and Smiler was Baron.
Evening, Tim.
I literally fell asleep to however long that went on for. Fucking, I sort of woke up and it was still on, and then I fell a kip again, and then it weren't on. But yeah, they went for a long time. That was what I did catch of it. Was I say the voiceover just made it. Really, it was funny as fuck.
Well, he said when he downloaded the video, it were over a gig, weren't it? Over 1 gig.
Fucking hell.
So they must have went on for a long time. The messages.
Zara's first of all, wasn't it? It was going to be on Zara's, and then it was taking him so long to download it, and upload it and fucking do it. So yeah, Smiler just went straight onto his, and then
I did watch a bit of Zara's, and she did say, my admin's in the chat, but I know it's not worth asking because he's not going to want to come up and fucking play these videos and get involved. And she was right. fuck getting involved in that. No way. It's fucking bonkers stuff. It's YouTube stuff. It's gone mental. It was always
Drags you
mad,
by
but fucking
association.
hell.
Baron said no. Right, Baron.
Definitely no. There was definitely no mediating the other night when Bobby wanted to come on. That was a definite fucking no. I was not getting involved in that either. Fuck. No. Excuse me. I should have muted it and I coughed right in the mic.
I think there's a possibility Coffeegate is going to continue tonight.
Oh God, it must do. It fucking went on for that long.
I'm intrigued, but I'm not going to watch fucking 17 hours of live stream on 3 times speed just to catch up with it.
I'm sure you'll catch on real quick after about 10 minutes of it.
Brown finger, do. May the fast be with you, Brown finger. May the fast be with you. I've got my Jedi, my camouflage stealth Jedi smoking jacket on. See,
it is funny listening to Zara do UK lady's voice, so she gets right into it, doesn't she?
Oh, fuck yeah. She's pretty good at voices.
And they're all saying in the chat, "Come on, Smiley, you need to get into character here."
yeah, Smiley wasn't quite as good.
I think Jack Your Body should have been Baron and UK lady and Zara. That would have been funny. That.
Evening, Sky. Oh, nice, Brown finger. Nice. Don't forget to visit the brown fingered Jedi temple. Get ready for battle and that. You know it's coming. Where did you come from? I haven't seen you for fucking ages.
Fuck.
Oh God.
Thank you, Bagman.
It's probably the same person.
Oh God, I love it.
Nice and chilled on the panel again, but the chat seems to be getting more heated.
Just a mention of something. Flick a little fucking match on the flames, and off it goes. Fucking hell. And by the way, we're a no sides situation channel, isn't it?
Oh, exactly, yeah. I got splinters fucking 2 foot long up my arse from sitting on the fence. Occasionally I fall off it. You know what I mean? Occasionally I fall off the fence and
well, you got to jump down and
stick my foot in my mouth.
Garden, didn't you?
Yeah. I fall off and put my foot in my mouth occasionally.
Oh, don't worry, if you fall off the fence again, Chubby will catch you.
Yeah, with his tongue, the fucking dirty cunt. I'm just antagonizing him to leave more 3 a.m. fucking comments on my videos, like when he's pissed and he hasn't inhaled weed, and he's feeling all aggy and hard.
It was about 3 o'clock in the morning when he left.
It was 3 this morning. It was, AJ. It was fucking 3 this morning, man.
Yeah, he's fucking off his head, isn't he? So he must have left comments on yours and comments on mine as well.
He left one comment on mine, but seeing as I replied immediately with a really crass, stupid comment, he must have thought, there's no point.
That's it. No messing around. Let's fucking end this here. Bosh.
Excuse me a minute.
Oh, there we go. An update from Baron. Fucking hell. Yeah, nice one, mate. That's good. I like closures on stories. Fucking You don't often get that on YouTube.
Evening, Reese.
Baron, let me ask you, how good did the first cup of coffee from having your machine back taste?
Oh, is that why they're calling it Coffee Gate? What are you laughing at?
I don't even know the full fucking thing, but
Oh, it makes me laugh that you don't.
I would be arsey about my coffee machine, mind. Fucking right, I would. I love my coffee. I'm on the instant at the moment, but yeah,
Baron,
I'm just
Baron was
too
for a
lazy
while.
to. Yeah, I'm too lazy to get an Italian coffee pot. They're only a few quid. You know the ones you put a shot in, you put water in the bottom, and it steams up through.
Yeah, they're horrible. Then.
Fucking lovely. So,
what, Sky? I'm fucking just literally. I mean, it's just entertainment for me, and I wish them both super well. I really do. I love you both. It's fucking, but fucking hell, not used it yet. Well, I did think to myself, you might want to check like the heating up part or something. You know, if I was giving it back, I'd stick a few pubes in it or something, just for shits and giggles. So you might want to check it, like clean it out first, just in case. I'm not saying anyone else would do it, but I would personally do it.
you know, bright.
Oh, the funniest thing was UK lady buying herself Christmas presents. She bought herself a washing machine or something, didn't she? She's like, oh, by the way, I bought a washing machine. Stop laughing at that.
And did it break down?
Yeah, it brought down, didn't it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It kind of been brand new. It must have been second hand.
Sky.
My washing machine fucking dances when it's on spin. It's fucked. The bearings are fucked, and I just can't be asked. So it's going to keep going till it dies.
Fuck the fence, Sky. I've installed a fucking gate. I hop around everywhere.
Brown finger.
Agent X.
She's still in the chat. She's getting fucking booted.
We've all been in Baron's situation or similar. And that fucking true.
Oh, yeah.
And not just once. We don't generally learn, do we? Fucking hell. Or if you had a panel of people telling
You know, Ace.
Right, mate.
Yeah, all good. All good.
What's the crack?
Hello, non-Welsh, sort of Welsh, but not Welsh.
Yeah.
Nothing. We're just having a bit of a giggle, you know. No sort of. We're just giggling at the chat and that, you know.
Talking about kettles, apparently. Looking at chat, I was actually on the phone when I noticed that you were online. So I put thing on telly, and I was just watching chat go past, and everyone's talking about kettles for some reason. Apparently, I have to explain the history of the kettle. Says Ice Chain.
Okay, now.
Don't worry, I'm not that boring.
I'm actually intrigued now. I wonder what the actual history of the kettle is.
Well, think about what you reckon the first thing that we used to boil water in.
Ethan?
Oh, fuck.
You can boil water in like a bamboo stem. You can boil it in like a piece of hollow wood, can't you?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Good.
Oh,
You're doing a plastic bottle.
Just to let you know, Rob Random, yes, I had the money to buy myself a new washer and dryer after.
UK lady. How are you, sweetheart?
Hello,
I hope,
lovey. How are
I
you?
hope you're doing well.
I'm
I'm
absolutely
sorry.
fab.
It is like fresh sort of like news and shit, wasn't it? And I did find the whole thing quite.
It is funny, for somebody that says he doesn't want anything to do with me, he keeps fucking ringing and threatening me. So every time
It's
I just put it out there.
entertainment for people, isn't it? At the end of the day, and it's nothing.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh, it's great content for Facebook, isn't it?
In
fuck
what way?
me, yeah.
What way has he threatened you, UK lady? In what way?
Well, I'll just keep putting them out there. It's not your business, AJ. I'm not here to answer
Well,
your
it's none of
questions,
your
but I'll keep putting
business,
all the
AJ.
evidence out there.
Yeah, you keep trolling me. We look troll accounts, don't you, UK lady? So I'll make it my business when you start doing that.
No,
shit.
you don't need to. Hey, Tyrone, how you doing? Yeah, I could afford one after I got rid of that deadbeat. I didn't have to buy his shit
Ministry,
anymore.
can you like move the chat around a bit, because I think there's two that need to be next to each other. I'm in between two at the moment. I'm feeling a little
Well, I'm not
bit.
staying anyway. I've got work to get on with.
Oh, don't go away.
I just thought I'd come and clarify a few things. I'll do my own live if you want to come ask you a few questions later. No, because I've got my own lives to do.
Why would I want to go on your fucking live?
Exactly. Why would I want to have you? I wouldn't fucking have you.
Degenerate.
Yes, says the man that's got all these fucking weirdos following him around.
Just a room full of love this tonight, isn't it?
Isn't it, Reese? You think that some of these people would actually go out and get a job or something and actually put some good work?
Where's your job, UK lady? Where's your job?
None of your business.
I've just finished my job.
A new dryer. Was it a dryer or a fucking washer? I can't remember.
Yeah, I got a washer and dryer. It did break down, but they returned it. They got me
brand
the next
new,
day.
and it fucking broke on you straight away.
Yeah. There was a problem with one of the hoses, so they replaced it the next day. So I can't complain.
We're a second-hand washer. Don't fucking lie.
They don't make shit like they used to.
No, they don't. They fall apart a lot easier nowadays.
I actually.
The only thing that I wish I had.
I believe in a concept called planned obsolescence.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think about it, a company that makes televisions, if they made a television that would be the last television you ever have to buy, because it would never break, it was indestructible, and it was at the an adequate sort of spec level,
Mm-hmm.
If you developed a company that made those TVs, you will inevitably go out of business.
Oh, yeah.
Because your business model is based on the fact that your stuff breaks down, so people have to buy more.
That's not like that with everything, though, isn't it?
So they plan it into the products that they make, that as soon as the warranty expires, the components that they put in the TV or any device, it's only intended to last as long as the item's covered by warranty. The same thing goes with cars as well.
Mm.
You've no idea how many vehicles have service schedules that require parts replacing at 36 months, because most vehicle manufacturers, their all-inclusive warranty that they have to give by law on a new car is only 3 years.
Human. Yeah, and same with lots of other things.
Car, didn't you, UK lady? You fucked up.
None of your business, AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get the hose back, She-Man. I didn't check the link, no, but I'm pretty sure it'll be all right. It's the one few thing that I got back that had any link on it.
Did you watch Smilers last night, UK lady?
No, but other people did.
Oh, did you not? Oh, okay.
It's not a story, Baron. I'm not the one with the past to worry about. You called me because you were worried about people talking about your past and bringing up your past. But they contacted me about when we first started dating. Remember how you were scuttling trying to tell me a story about that? We can talk all about it if you want. Or we can go back and play your voice clips and let everybody make up their own mind. They don't need to hear your hearsay. The voice clips alone say enough.
I think we've heard them all.
Oh no, oh honey, there's hundreds.
Yeah, don't we know it? I were up till 3:30 in the morning fucking listening to them.
Oh, well, some of us have lives, so we don't.
And it makes you look like, I don't know, you creepy, you are.
AJ, your opinion doesn't matter, so who cares?
What you're making out Baron to be is,
I don't need to make him out to be anything. What he is what he is.
Okay.
I gotta say, it's a very it was chilled panel, and that's a very civil argument you got going there.
Yeah, don't need to be arguing.
I'm actually really surprised. You know, you're obviously not professing love for each other, but this is the first time I've ever heard it done in normal tones. It's fucking weird. It's actually quite creepy.
Well, I think UK ladies all, shouted out now, aren't you?
I don't need to shout, AJ. I'm not like you.
Oh, I'm not shouting, am I?
I don't need to get in people's faces and shout and spit in their face and stuff to get them to understand.
Just like the troll people,
taking the frustrations away.
Pardon, Rob?
I just wondered if the new washer tumble dryer was taking frustrations away, so it's the new chilled UK lady.
Well, there's other things that might be taking those frustrations away too. You never know.
But the only way a washer dryer is going to take her frustration away is if she sits on it.
Well, that was what I was implying.
I don't need to do that. It's just nice not to have to cart all my laundry to Sheffield every week.
Fuck's sake, bloody Welsh.
But hey, that's one less thing to be control
over. Did you have a nice Christmas and New Year?
Oh, I had a lovely one. I really did. Much better than I expected. But hey,
have we all got good hopes and aspirations for 2024? Is shit going to be good?
Oh, yeah.
It's a year of evenness. It ain't going to be an odd number year. That's why it's going to be a good one.
I'm going to be glad because we're getting a fucking election this year. But by look of it,
do you think it's going to make a difference?
Drag their feet until November, aren't they? Well, you can't get any fucking worse, can it?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. It could, it can, but
I'm honestly, I am of the opinion at the moment that the Tories have realised they've got absolutely no hope in the next general election, so they're basically burning the house down before they leave. They're gonna fuck the country up so much and leave Labour with so much work to do that it'll take them an entire election cycle just to sort out the shit that the Tories have caused.
Maybe.
Well, you're pretty much just like actually talking about what's happened before and then what happened before. And
it's a rinse and repeat cycle, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I know that happens a lot. But to be fair,
I was there in the Maggie years, and when they dropped out and fucking Labour sort of jumped in, and it's like, yeah.
Tony Blair actually had
more like Conservatives, didn't they?
I'm no great lover of Tony Blair. I think he is a war criminal, and I think that he needs that society, that justice should demand that he's hauled in front of a tribunal for the crimes that he's responsible for. That being said, domestically, he improved this country dramatically. The policies that were enacted by the Labour Party from 1997 had a positive impact on most people's standard of living, and in particular, the standard of living of the people at the bottom of the ladder. And then when the Tories came in, everyone has seen, apart from the richest, everyone else has seen a steady, and then not quite recently, it's not been steady, has it? It's been a dramatic decline in the people's standard of living.
Yeah, there is.
And honestly, that's the only. If you don't need, if there was no greater proof than that the objective of the Tory party is to drain wealth away from private individuals in the country.
The standard of living hasn't changed at all. It's just got more expensive to maintain your standard of living that you was used to. But that don't matter if you're rich, does it? If
hang on.
Cost of cheese goes up a bit, fuck it.
In the 2000s, did you ever hear about old people having to make the decision of whether or not to eat their tea or heat their home?
Oh yeah.
You didn't hear about anything like that in the 2000s, mate, because we didn't have the energy crisis that we have now. The prices weren't as inflated as they were, and pensions were actually decent. You
I
know,
remember
because they've been
stuff from
increased in line
70s.
with inflation.
I remember fucking stuff from it was either 70s or 80s where you got the old boy in his fucking gaff with it, you know, fucking blankets and shit all around him, and then turning the fire down to 1 bar and shit like that. It's always been around, you know what I mean? It's never been solved in you know, pretty much the one of the best countries in the whole fucking world for being civilized and all that sort of shit. Yeah, we still haven't fucking sorted it, have we? That everyone
I don't.
looked after.
I think that's a bit arrogant of us to assume that we're one of the best countries in the world. It depends what you measure that by, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, but I mean, we're up there in one of the places of freedom.
I mean, if you're talking about gross domestic product,
yeah.
if you're talking about GDP, we're probably somewhere. I think we're 8th actually. We've dropped down recently.
I see, boy.
I just mean generally. I mean, you can be poor, but you can be happy still. There's not a lot of countries you can be poor and happy because you know.
We actually rank really lowly on the happiness index. You know. We don't do anywhere near as good as countries like, you know, particularly Scandinavian countries. They're normally the top countries in that happiness index. Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Norway. They're just generally very, very. They pay high taxes, but the standard of living that they have in those countries, the social safety nets that they have in place, free education for everyone, the healthcare system second to none. They've got low crime because the prison system is second to none. Learn. This is Denmark in particular, but the prison system second to none. So when you get put in jail in Denmark, the jails themselves are like enclosed communities. It's just like a little town that's fenced off from everyone else.
Yeah, it's me. Thing out to me. Oh, she gone? That's the UK lady gone?
Yeah, she's gone, yeah.
Oh, mate, I'm sorry, but mate, I wanted to give her a piece of my mind. She could have got me my head kicked in, what she did. It was a proven lie.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to
fucking dangerous, mate. That's dangerous. I don't give it rat's ass, mate. That's dangerous what she did.
All right, guys, I'm just going to mute myself because I'm making a cup of tea and all that.
Oh, Rob.
I've proved to you, mate. I can prove to you now what she did about someone with my name. You know, I could say the same about.
Evening, Ministry. How are you?
Oh, here we go.
Yes. You know I was coming, Reese.
How are you doing, Vincent?
I'm good, thank you, Reese. How are you?
Oh, I'm better than I deserve, mate.
I'm not being
and
funny,
Bobby,
mate.
you don't look like a sports car driving playboy in that photograph, Bobby.
I know, mate. It's somebody else, mate. She's a nasty piece of shit, mate. And if you believe what she's telling you, you're the dick what people calling you, mate. Be honest with you.
Well, there's only one way you can prove her wrong, Bobby. Let's have a look at you.
Mate, the proof's in the pudding. She's put a photograph up and she said this is the man. If you look at the article, there's two different people.
Get yourself on camera, Bobby, and we'll know for sure.
Give me 2 secs.
It settles it completely, Bobby.
Vincent's got access to the passport facial recognition database, you know. So just be careful flashing your image.
Nah, mate, it's been
when I'm trafficking Eastern Europeans,
it's been proven, and there's people saw my face anyway, Vincent. It's if you look at the so-called pictures she put up, that she said that was me, and then the article was a different person in Yorkshire. You could have a look at the article. There's two different people. The one in Yorkshire, he's the fucking nonce. He's the wrong one.
So you're not going to show us your beautiful face,
Mate,
Bobby.
I don't need to, mate. I've proved that it without a shadow of a doubt. And he just said to
Fair
me,
enough.
be careful of you.
The words of
And
an innocent man.
me, I'm innocent. It's been proven innocent. That's why the police are involved, mate. That's why the police are involved.
Why do you always
That
scream, Bobby?
Because me, I'm fucking pissed off. The stupid flag could have got my head kicked in for fucking nothing.
Well, not if she's showing the wrong photograph. What
Yeah,
she's going to
but she
do is
said it
get
was
the fella
me.
in the photograph's head kicked in.
No, yeah. But she put an article out from somebody in Yorkshire. If you read the article, I put a link to the article in your when you spoke to her. If you look at the article, he's about 38, blah, 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 blah. And also, if you look at what she put up, I put the crime reference number and the police officer number to get involved with it. Because what she done was malicious communications and incitement to violence, etc., etc. So,
So what are you going to do, Bobby?
man, she's getting fucked, me. I'm going to fuck with her so good. Firstly, the police are involved. And then she's getting done for malicious communications, incitement to violence. Also, Vincent, she's been on
Jesus.
camera smoking a joint when she was driving. They're going to do it for that as well. And also, Vincent, they're going to do this for fraud.
Bobby, I didn't do it.
But you're siding with her on a fucking...
How do you know I'm siding with anyone?
Because I saw you messaged him on the thing she put up. Oh,
Nah, he's not siding with anyone. Vincent's a chaotic neutral, mate. He's a shit stirrer.
Yeah, just playing devil's advocate.
I'm not
Just playing
siding with
devil's
anyone.
advocate, asking the question,
But mate,
that's all.
she's fucked. A days are ending soon. I'm telling you right now, a days are ending. Hey, she's getting fucked over for what she done to me. She's getting fucked over what she done to Baron. She's getting fucked over what she go round on a camera talking to people on live streams, smoking weed, which is against the law. And also
Do you read books, Bobby? Do you read books, Bobby?
Yes, I do actually.
Reese,
have you ever
are you
read?
all right with me bringing Torb on?
Have you ever read The Art of War by Sun Tzu?
Yes, mate, that's my Bible.
If he starts Vincent,
that's my Bible,
ministry,
mate.
I'll just fuck off, mate.
All right, I'll bring him on. And yeah. Evening, Torb.
All right, ministry. All right, Vince. All right,
So-
Bobby lad.
All right, lad,
All right, Reese, and all right, Rob Random. First, sorry to break the conversation up, guys, but why would I want to start, Reese? First and foremost, right? Never spoke to you for months, whenever you ever started, right? First and foremost. And ministry, it's your panel, man. You know what I mean? Well, anyway,
Yeah, no,
what happened on there?
I did say at the start I wasn't just going to court controversy.
Yeah, well, listen, I haven't even come up to speak to Reese. I haven't even come up to speak to Reese, to be fair.
You know, I'm getting involved with all what's been going on, you know.
Minister, I'm not being funny, mate. You're having that nasty piece of shit on your panel.
Listen. Yeah, but listen, Bobby, listen, man. I don't even know what you're on about. I've just come in, and as I've come in, you're saying you're getting the police involved, and I'm thinking, wow, what's going on, kid?
She put a post.
Get it off your chest.
She put a post on saying, choose my name and a different person's. Choose my photograph and a different person's. Saying this person in New Yorkshire supposed to be me. Now it's been the police approved it. Like I said to Ministry just then, that could have got my head kicked in. Because the person in Yorkshire,
it would have got the other fella's head kicked in, Bobby.
Yeah. Do you know, but the point you're missing, though, right? I don't agree with whatever she's done, right? Putting pictures up and labeling you like that. But is the police the answer? You know what I mean? Because you know what it is, Bobby? Where I come from, when you go to the police, mate, you get your leg kicked in anyway, bro, so you're on a lose-lose, aren't you?
Right up then.
The thing is, mate, she's got to be stopped. I warned her.
Yeah, but to be fair,
She's
Yeah,
the freak.
to be fair, Bobby, to be fair, you started the ball rolling.
I never.
Your
Well,
mic's
we've all
awful,
heard the
Upton.
stories, bro. We've all heard the stories where you were
Mate,
fucking
but the
texting
stories
her.
are wrong,
Can't
mate.
hear
The stories are
I've
wrong.
heard it off you. I've heard it off you, bro.
We're not going to do a
Texting
history
her.
lesson, are we, Torb? We're not going to go back
No,
6 months, are we? We're all trying to go forward here.
you go forward, yeah, man. Well, no, that's the way forward by the looks of it, Vince, to be,
Yeah, but you've
We
threshed this
need
out, and a million other people have threshed that Bobby's text messages there 1,000 times.
Yeah, but he's
We can do
crying.
other
Yeah, but
stuff.
listen, Vince, you're missing the point, though, and you're more intelligent than that. He's crying, saying that she needs to be stopped. But listen, if it didn't all start in the first place, it wouldn't
But
have, there
mate,
wouldn't have been
it's
nothing
not.
to be fucking stopped. Would the Vince is what
But
I'm saying, bro.
the thing is, Tom,
Well,
right?
Yeah.
We don't
that's
know what
something we
exactly
can't
happened.
change, Torb. We need to talk
Yeah.
about stuff we can change.
Well, all right, then what can we change, Vince? What can we change in this situation right here, right now?
This is what
Fuck
I was
all.
just about to do with Bobby, because Bobby's telling her his entire strategy. Torb, if you had beef with somebody, would you broadcast what you were going to do before you did it?
Well, that's a negative, isn't it? But he's already gone to the coppers by the
Exactly.
sounds of it. So I'm thinking, what's going on with you, Bobby, man?
I
Mate,
just
I'm
don't
sick
get
of the
this. Well, I'm
freak.
going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do
Mate,
this.
I'm
Well, because
sick
you
of the
do fuck
freak.
all. You'll
She's a
do fuck
freak.
all, Bobby. So, Bobby, talk about what you actually are going to do. That's probably
Mate,
best.
mate, she's a freak.
So why
She's
don't you
got.
Vince got it right though. Vince hit the nail on the head. You can put that to bed right here, right now by putting
Mate,
your
I
mug
have
on
done. I
the
have
camera.
done. People
Well, go on,
saw
then.
my face. People saw my face.
Yeah, but a
So,
lot of
mate,
people haven't.
Evening.
Yeah, but a lot of people haven't, Bobby. So they might believe that.
If you look at the article, she put a photograph up saying that's
Well, stop
me.
shouting. Calm down and talk, man. I'm saying to you, right? A lot of people haven't seen your face, so a lot of people might listen. Let me finish. I'm nearly finished. A lot of people might believe that that's your picture, and you can put a stop to it, like Vince has just said right here, right now. It's quite simple, really, bro. Otherwise, I'm thinking you're not even bothered, really. You know, you can put a stop to it right now and put your face on and go, look, this is me. That's the fucking picture she put up. Obviously, we're two different people. You get me?
Yeah, he's jumped.
You get
He's
me.
jumped.
Yeah, because he knows, bro. Because he knows Vince hit the nail on the head. And what it is, mate, he had a perfect opportunity there to show, didn't he? That I don't even know the full story. I only jumped in when he said, I've gone the place and I've what a time to jump in. Do you know what I mean?
Evening, Torbs. Happy New Year to you and your family, and to you, Vega. Sorry, I was off making a cup of tea.
And to you, Rob. Listen, and to you, Rob, right? No
Cheers,
hard
Robbie.
feelings,
You too,
brother.
Mate,
Rob, listen, no hard feelings, mate, right? You know, it's just one of them things.
All good.
All right, just one of them things, Rob, right? Probably where I was at the time, to be fair. But listen, right back at you. But listen, I don't really agree with Vince much. You know, you might be surprised to hear
Yeah,
that.
you do.
Hit the nail.
You'll
hit the
always
nail.
agree with me in the end.
In the end.
I just wanted to say,
but Vince, listen, you hit the
first
nail on
rage
the head,
quit
didn't you, bro?
tonight. It needs to be time stamped. Rage quit of
Listen.
the night, first one.
But listen, how many people, right? And I'm not having to go at no one, right? I'm just on about, you know, how many people in this community would quite happily, right, fucking abuse people, right? And then when it comes back on them, pick nan for nan. Oh, because that's what I say. That's what I say. He instigated that. If she's in the, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't agree with the tactics that she was using and the things that got said in them messages. Do you know what I mean? But he instigated that, didn't he? He instigated it, started, and now he wants to phone
Yeah, but we've covered that, Tob. We've covered that. We all know that.
Yeah, but Vince, but listen, he instigated it, right? And now he wants to phone 999, man, a little rat boy. That's just rat.
And I can imagine the police officer saying to him, so let me get this straight. So you asked for a photograph of her tits, and now you're angry at her.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Like it or not, right? If Bobby, right, I don't believe he's gone to the coppers, but if Bobby goes to coppers, right, then obviously, right, I'm doing a little bit of surmising, right, but UK lady's going to have to say, listen, this happened, and you know what, Bobby, you committed criminal offences too as well, bro. So what it is, you're just going to incriminate yourself, dumb. Do you know what I mean? Wow. Do you know what I mean? Both of the big car,
He's
man.
not going to the police.
Accused and all that, man. UK lady goes not
We
guilty,
know
one
that.
goes guilty.
He
Do you know
knows
what I
that.
mean?
UK
No,
lady
what?
knows that.
I know, bro, but it's fucking bollocks. It
Have
is,
we got
Vince,
any
isn't it?
unresolved beef we need to sort out, Torb? New
Hey,
Year
listen,
and
well,
all
that's
that.
what I was just going to say, actually, Vince, right? Me and you have had backwards and forwards, haven't we? And have I ever said to you, I'm going, and I'm good? No, but have you ever said to me, I'm going to the police, or have I ever said I'm going to the police to you?
I've been to the police.
I know, I well
I've
believe
been
it.
to the police.
What did the dog jog you on?
Fucking hell, banter is the police. And that's fucking like common knowledge. Fuck's sake.
No,
I thought
listen,
those-
Vince, happy
I
New
said
Year.
I felt threatened for my life, and they said, "Don't worry about it. He's a weakling."
It's all right. He can't even do a star jump, man. Settle down, settle down. No, do you know what it is,
He
Vince?
said he
Happy
hasn't
New
got
Year,
a fight
you know.
in him, so I felt better after that.
Do you know what, Vince? Happy New Year. Have you heard Johnny? Fella's on Eid, and he's just crying to get to. I'm going to have to sleep in the car.
You're having problems with Johnny, aren't you?
Oh, man, Johnny is a problem. He takes after me, I think. But she's on Eid now,
Problem
and she's ready to
child.
stand, so he just wants to get to her. Do you know what I mean, Vince? It's a fucking headache, mate. I'll be sleeping in the car tonight, I think. Go and go to
Have
my
you
mother's.
tried? I know you tried a few things. Have you tried any way to calm him? You know these plugins that you get for cats and dogs.
I haven't, actually. I haven't. But
Just
you know what? You can
anything
get
to
some
calm him
calmers for
because he
the dogs
sounds
as
a little
well,
bit.
actually.
Is he a teenager at the moment?
Yeah, he's about 18 months old, Vince.
So he's a cunt. He's a cunt at
Yeah.
the moment, then.
Yeah, pure. Tattooed right across his forehead. Cunt. Do you know what I mean?
But I would assume, Torb, and I bet I'm accurate here. I bet you're as soft as shit with him.
I am. But listen, Vince, I'm going to jump off because I'm going to have to fucking occupy him and distract him. But listen, Ministry, I want to apologise because unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, actually, like when I jump on your panel, certain individuals want to jump out. Do you know what I mean? Well, I'm telling you, bro, you know, I mean, literally, like barefaced the fuck. And there's a lot of them. There's at least 3 off the top of my head that I could tell you now that I really would 100% wholeheartedly go to the place. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, that's got to be the last thing,
they'll try and create problems. Do you know what I mean? But when it comes back on them,
or
can't handle it, can they? Can't handle it, man. You shouldn't play with fire, man, you know, if you're allergic to the fucking thing, man. You know what I mean? You shouldn't throw stones if you live in a glass house and all that. Do you know what?
People don't see consequences on here, Torb.
That is 100%.
Isn't it? You know what it is, Vince? I can honestly say, right? No, I'm not calling out no one. I'm just saying, right? Listen, I'll give you credit where credit's due. I've never heard you.
On YouTube.
I mean, listen, correct me if I'm wrong, Vince, right? I've never heard you saying you're going to go to the place. Do you know what I mean?
No. What do I do that for?
And you can be an instigator.
What am I going to do? I had an argument with somebody on the internet.
You know what I mean? Yeah, malicious comms, bro. Malicious comms, man. What we're going to do? Fucking century, crime of the century, you know.
He called me a name.
Online safety bill and all that, man, is coming into action as well, man. You better slow down.
That's not going to do anything. That's a very structured thing. That's going to be aimed at people in positions of power. Your common and garden scrote will not be able to utilise that bill.
Right,
I assure you.
Listen, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure, man. I'm going to jump out, right? Happy New Year, mate. Have a good one. Have a good one. Look at Reese. He can't bring himself to say, can he, man? Let it go, Reese, man. No good for you.
Let it go.
I'm just saying, enjoying the sound of your voice, Tubbs.
Yeah, sounds about right, to be fair. But listen, Reese, Happy New Year, kid.
Later, Tubbs. Have a good rest of your evening and that.
Right, listen, I'm out, right, guys. Enjoy your stream, Ministry. I didn't really come up to fucking make anyone go off on that. I just wanted to say,
no.
Listen,
no, it's just it's been so chaotic on the tubes lately. The last couple of mine, I haven't wanted to sort of intentionally cause drama. There's been a little bit tonight, but you know.
Yeah, well, you can understand you've got Vince on the fucking panel, man. What do you expect? I'm only
a very
joking,
calming influence, Torb, as you can see in yourself.
Right, listen,
Maybe
enjoy, right,
maybe
lads.
ship Johnny down to me for a few weeks, Torb. I'll calm him.
Yeah, I'll drop him off now. I'll set off now. Not a problem.
I'm
Not a problem,
I'm like the
Vince.
Barbara Woodhouse of the internet.
Not a problem. I'll bring him down now and let's see how.
Sit,
I wouldn't even get to the end of your
sit.
road and you'd be phoning me, bro, saying, come and get the bastard.
Who does
Telling
that
you.
make the Barbara or whatever her name is, Mary Whitehouse of the YouTube internet community we're in?
Right, listen, let me jump out anyway. I'm out. Enjoy the stream and I'll catch us all later. And
Go
I
get
haven't
brushed
really
teeth
been in the
before you go to bed.
chat. See you later, right?
Yeah.
Ta-da, ta-da.
Good night, Torb. Right, and now for the reason why I came on.
Hey.
Reese, you said Labour were responsible for some, I can't remember the word you used, maybe astounding, maybe incredible, some incredible policy, you said. Can you tell us any during their reign?
Show start program.
Not sure that was an incredible policy, you know,
You don't think?
that just signifies that the family home is breaking down and we have to rely on strangers to raise our children, which is the most dangerous thing in the world. Next one, Reese.
Right. So let me counter what you just said there.
You're not going to say it takes a village to raise a child, are you?
That is actually is a bit of a cliche, but it is a good point. However, what I will
Michelle
point out,
Obama quoted that many years ago. Do you understand the child rape statistics when it comes to children who are raised by villages?
Right. So let me counter this, mate. Let's not just. This is one of your tactics. I understand, but it's not going to work.
Well,
We're going to stay on
it's
track.
dead simple. You can counter me, Reese.
Well, I am going to counter you, but don't talk over me and allow me to express my retort if you don't.
Well, we can shift on from Sure Start. I've got loads more.
So, the current economic climate requires parents to be away from their children for extended periods of time because they are required to work in order to sustain their families.
And the Tories gave them 30 hours of childcare. That's incredible.
Well, they gave 30 hours of childcare because they reduced the provision that was provided through the Sure Start programme.
Well, the Sure Start programme wasn't really a success, was it?
Well, how do you mean it wasn't a success?
I don't think it was.
Are you gauging whether or not it was a success?
Well, it's a simple. Either the parent looks after the child and educates them and feeds them, or a Sure Start centre does. It's of neither here nor there, Reese. It's not groundbreaking, is it?
No, what I'm saying is it pumped money and opportunities into underprivileged communities. That's that whole thing about where Keir Starmer's caught on video giving a speech in one of the Tory constituencies, and he says blatantly the formula that we inherited pumped a lot of money into inner city deprived areas, and we had to adjust that to make it so that the constituencies like this got their fair share.
Yeah,
that's basically what.
But they don't get their fair share, do they, Reese? They get a. Well, they get an extra share, don't they?
Who do?
Poor areas.
Right. So let's look at if we want to go into statistics, and I could probably look it up, but it's tedious to do so. But I'm fairly certain you'll probably see that the council expenditure per head is more in Tory areas than what it is in Labour areas.
No, I think you'll find council spending by Tory councils in Tory areas is correct to say, but council spending in Labour areas is different. Is to the
yes, because typically Labour areas tend to be more densely populated than the Tory areas, because Tories
Yes.
traditionally
let's not do it all about this because I've got loads more about Labour policies. But isn't it right to say that when these per head budgets are made, they unfortunately don't take into account a lot of those poverty driven what's the poverty driven crime, poverty driven vandalism, poverty driven, and so on and so on, which has to be paid for, Reese.
You are right. However, what I will say is that even if you don't take into consideration the expenditure put into correcting the thing is that this whole
Mark.
problem and the crux of the problem, Vincent, is exactly what you've just pointed out.
Yeah, good man. Good.
It's the crimes as resultant of poverty that is
No.
the issue.
No.
Yeah.
What's happening, Vince? Reese?
Hey, Mark. How you doing, man?
Yeah, Reese, you're a little bit slow there. You should have said the NHS for the outstanding.
Well, that's what I was going to get. That's the big one I'm going to get to, Mark. Under Labour, the NHS was a disaster.
Oh, really, Vincent? That's why it's still around today. Yeah, it was a disaster. I'm sure it was.
Do you not think under Labour the NHS was a disaster?
No, I'm talking. You asked for a great policy the Labour Party have ever brought in, and I've given you the NHS.
No, you're going back 70 years, Mark. 78 years.
Well, all right. Well, name one the Tories have given us. Name me something brilliant the Tories have given us.
NHS waiting list went down, didn't they? In the last Labour government, NHS waiting list went down. When the Tories took over, they
didn't say they sculpted the numbers to make it look so. What we were talking about, Mark, was what Labour did in their last time in power.
Which was how long ago, Vince?
Well, it was 1995 until 2010, I think. 15 years, 14 years.
1997.
Until 2010 then.
So we've had 10 years of austerity. We've had a false flag of give us Brexit, and we can start our own, rules and regulations and secure our borders, which is complete bullshit. It hasn't done any of that, did he? What Boris said he was going to do.
It hasn't delivered what it promised. No.
Well, there we go then. So, it's not a really good record, is it? The Tories have given us over the last how many years?
Are you defending Labour, Mark?
No, I'm defending none of them. I'm not defending anyone.
Well, I'm not either.
What I find with you, Vincent, is you seem to promote the Tories or the Conservative parties like they're some better party. I don't see it, to be quite honest. They've told us lie after lie after lie, basically.
You're wrong then, Mark.
They only won the last election because of the London candidates of the Labour Party being so... I don't want to use the word thick because they're not thick, but how they couldn't see they weren't going to win the election by going against...
Scotland ruined it for Labour. Scotland ruined it for Labour.
Scotland, well, and
they
London.
Lost 50 odd seats.
Yeah, London, they lose every seat in London because of what, the demographics of London nowadays. Let's be honest.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think I defend the Tories. And I will.
Vince, don't you listen? You probably been at the Brighton conference a few times. Don't give it all that, Vince.
I get called a Tory, but under Labour, during their last time in power, we got PPIs. We got Labour started selling off the NHS.
They started it, yeah. Is that what you're saying? Not Mrs. Thatcher.
Yes, no. Labour started selling. They bought it back. Actually, they sold off.
What did they sell off? What part of the NHS did they sell off?
They were selling off hospitals, and they sold off certain components of the hospitals as well. But they actually ended up buying them back because it wasn't considered a Labour policy to do so.
Okay, Vincent, let me just add something here. I know you're a great fan of Margaret Thatcher. When she was announcing her spending sprees on the NHS, she was actually putting the money what was demolishing hospitals, and she was saying that's what she's spending on the NHS. Actually, the demolishing the hospitals. That money was put as part of putting money into the NHS. So she was responsible for breaking it up herself.
In fairness, though, Mark, you can't build a new hospital until you demolish an old one. So technically, it is investing in a new
Well,
hospital.
no, that's not. No, that's you've just twisted that, Vincent.
No,
I've
actually, don't you think it would be a good idea to build the new hospital before you knock the old one down? Because otherwise, you're leaving people without a healthcare provision. It's kind of basic planning, isn't it?
No, Reece, the point I was getting at is when she knocked down a hospital, she put that in as that she was putting money into the NHS.
Well, yeah,
do you
it would have cost money to knock down that hospital, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's not really money towards the NHS.
Well,
if you're
actually, when you consider some of the infrastructure that was taken down was probably, they were using a lot of Victorian infrastructure at the time. So some of those buildings were probably very expensive to upkeep and to keep running.
I can always rely on Reece to back me up.
Yeah,
well,
do
you know what? To add to your point, Mark, consequently, we found out that both parties, but mainly Labour, were building substandard hospitals and schools that were built to last for about 20 years using bubble concrete. So even worse, when you hear this hospital is going to cost, 8 billion, and by the end it's 72 billion, it's still a piece of shit. This is
I can't disagree. Well, listen, it don't matter who gets in anyway. We're just an arm of a world government now, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean?
I just didn't want Reece doing a party political broadcast on behalf of the Labour Party.
Well, listen, mate, I'm not going to be voting in the election because I understand that it makes absolutely no fucking difference whatsoever. The game's rigged, mate. But I'm excited about the fact that there is an election because it is the chance for something fresh and new to start. And call me a naive, but I'm an optimist. Because what's the alternative?
I'm not when it comes to politics because it is just rinse and repeat. Whoever's in power, they're always professing to try and correct the wrongs of the last person who was in power, even if it was a member of their own party. There's been a leadership change. It's all just bravado. It's all bravado. Nothing changes, in my opinion. They've ruined the NHS in South Wales. Ruined 2 perfectly good hospitals and opened one when it wasn't even finished.
100% agree.
Yeah, and now the waiting times at the new hospital, which still isn't finished, it's been open a couple of years. The minimum waiting time in A&E is 8 hours. Whereas there was 2 A&Es close, and the waiting time, it could be bad, but it would only ever be as much as 3 or 4 hours. That's Labour-controlled councils. That's Labour-controlled councils, that is.
But the councils don't have anything to do with how the NHS trusts operate within their area. The NHS trust is a separate entity, and the thing is, we have had 13 years of austerity, 13 years of cutbacks of refusing to give personnel who are supposedly valued for their contribution that they give to our health service. We've refused to give them increases in wages.
Can you specify, please, Reece? Can you specify?
Well, junior doctors for a start.
Doctors are very well rewarded. Let me assure you, I know this.
Okay, so do you think that how much do you think a junior doctor makes per hour, Vincent?
Well, a junior doctor gets about £12 to £14 an hour, but it's a labour of love, Reece. A junior doctor turns into a real doctor. You know that, don't you? They don't stay a junior doctor their entire life.
Let me ask you this question. in order to become a junior doctor, what do you have to do? There's a qualification that you have to have, isn't there? Is it called a doctorate? Yeah, it's called a doctorate,
Right.
isn't it? So they're already fucking doctors, Vincent.
Well, no, they're a junior doctor, Reese. They're a
No, they
junior
are
doctor. Would-
already doctor. Right. So let's look at it from this perspective, right? They're making 12 to 14 pound an hour, which is what you're contesting is a good wage for someone that's a junior. You know, he's not.
No,
really
I'm not saying it's a
qualified.
good
He's
wage.
just spent
when
7
Reese,
years.
Reese, you're gonna get run away. You're gonna jump off here because you get angry. So when a junior doctor makes a diagnosis, what else is put in place at that time?
Right. Let me finish what I'm saying, please, Vincent. So
It's
junior
checked
doctor
by a real doctor.
the
Reese,
junior
it's
doctor.
checked by a real doctor. There are no junior doctors diagnosing patients in this country right now. Never has been, never will be.
The junior
The
doctor.
insurance
The
wouldn't
junior
allow it.
doctor has trained for 7 years
Yeah, no,
above
he's not.
and beyond his mandatory
He's been
education in order
He's
to
been a
achieve the
junior doctor for
qualification that
2
he's
years
achieved.
max.
Right.
2
Let
years
me
max.
finish. Vincent, please let me finish what I'm saying.
I know, but you kind of you're
point I'm-
making it look worse than it is.
No, right.
Yeah.
So
I wish
I'm
I'd
not
spent
making it
7
look worse
years
than it
being a
is.
junior
I'm
doctor if
pointing
that
out
was
the
the case.
reality of the situation, right? So when they've gone in that 7 years of education, how much debt do you think they've accrued?
Well, statistically, not a lot until they start working.
No,
You understand the process?
They're accruing that debt while they're at university.
Yeah, they
They've got
don't have to
for
pay
the
anything
tuition,
back when they're
Vincent.
not working, Reese. They
Oh, look,
could
we've
decide
gone
not
off
to be a
track here
doctor and never
about
pay it
junior
back.
doctors.
But the point that I'm
We've gone
making
off
is
track
the
though,
point that I'm
Reese.
making is, do you know how much a truck driver makes these days?
Well, truck drivers got a bonus during COVID, didn't they? I don't know if the level has still remained.
They're on about £21 an hour at the moment, Vincent.
Okay.
So
What's that point?
obviously, we have a shortage of doctors in this country because we have to import doctors from abroad. You know that,
We
don't
don't
you?
have to
That's something
import.
you won't-
We
you
choose
won't agree
Hang
to,
on a
Reese.
minute.
We choose to. We don't have to.
Yeah,
But
Reese, weren't we that not long ago a shortage of truck drivers?
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. That's why they're currently earning £21 an hour, which is the law of supply and demand. Yeah. So when there's demand for an
Reese, why are you shouting?
Driver, because I'm getting passionate, and you guys have got a tendency to talk over me when I'm trying to get a point across.
I haven't spoken over you.
So what I'm saying is, truck drivers are in demand. They're getting £21 an hour.
Who has spoken over you? You fucking tell them, mate. Oh, sorry.
My headphones have gone, so I'm going to sound shit now.
No, I mean it. Don't fucking take it. Don't let them talk over you.
Reese, why are you defending junior doctors? Is it because it was in the news this week? Do you normally not give a fuck about them?
Actually, I've been aware of the fact that junior doctors have been underpaid for a long time. It's nothing new. It's been ongoing for the last 10 fucking years, at least.
Okay. Right, listen, I've got to jump off, but I'll just leave you with this. I did predict that the Tories would win the election on one thing, and that was because they promised Brexit and the Labour Party didn't. In fact, they kept quiet about it, didn't they? Corbyn kept quiet about it, even though he was a Brexiteer. But on this occasion, it's the end of the road for the Tories, I'm afraid. It's the end of the road.
I think the Reform Party is going to
So
fuck
your
them
party
over.
will be in, Reese, I'm afraid, which I don't think is going to make a lot of difference, to be quite honest. But yeah, I think it's the end of the road for the Tories. In fact, I know it. So that's that. Anyway, Vincent, Reese, is it Rob? Rob, I know I ain't spoke to you before.
Yes, Rob, yeah.
Yes, mate, yeah, nice to be on and listen
All right,
to all this stuff I don't understand.
Hello, mate.
Wicked. Good. Have a good time, mate.
Cheers, Mark. Evening, Niggy.
Evening. Have a good time, mate.
Cheers, Mark. Evening, Niggy.
Good evening, my friend. Everybody okay?
Somebody's got their YouTube on in background.
No,
Niggy.
let me check. It's not me.
YouTube on it background.
1 second.
Ooh,
How's
two
that?
Reese there now.
1, 2, 3.
That's better.
4, 5, 6.
Okay. Goodness me. Hello, Vince.
Niggy.
7, 8, 9.
I didn't realise
I came on to agree with Mark.
I didn't realise your son was on here, Niggy. I found out the other day your son is JOJ.
Oh, thanks for telling me.
Well, I'm not informing you.
Oh, okay. Yes, indeed. Yes, I thought. I thought I'd made it pretty clear, mostly.
No, I hadn't made that connection, but I did the other day. I think I've spoken to him once. He's very left, Niggy.
Oh, he's lefty, proper little hippie. Gotta love him, mate.
The apple didn't fall far from that fucking tree.
Not that one, mate. That one rolled all the way back.
You've no need for a DNA test, that's for sure.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He cares. He cares about stuff, and that's a good thing.
I think most people care, Niggy.
Oh,
I
no,
think that's fair to say. I think very few people don't care. I think that's fair
So,
to say.
do you think that do you think that doctors are paid enough then, Vincent?
Doctors are paid more than enough, Reese.
Oh, my
So
word.
£12 to £14 an hour for a junior doctor. That's
Oh,
okay.
no, Reese, you've got to choose your words better. You said, "Do I think doctors are paid very well?"
Well, I mean, obviously we've been talking about junior doctors, haven't we?
Yeah, I know, but we could have moved on to doctors. So, okay, do I think junior doctors are paid proportionately or fairly, whichever way? Probably not. Probably not. But they are still in their studying phase. They are still in their being watched over phase. They certainly are not practicing like a doctor would in any hospital. They wouldn't be able to get the insurance to do so. Doctors have to provide their own private insurance. I don't know if you're aware of this. So
But they are though, aren't they, Vince? They are practicing as a doctor would.
Well,
except
they're not.
Comes late. Well, yeah, except a doctor comes later and checks what they've done.
It's a
But they
bit
are
like
still
Reese
making
having
good
some
decisions, aren't they?
16-year-old kid with him at Quick Fit, and he changes a wheel, and the kid does it under Reese's supervision. That's the same thing.
No, they tend to come along after.
Poor example.
Yeah, poor example. You can do better.
I mean, like I say, you do go to school for a really long time to get that qualification. It's nothing to be sniffed at, isn't the I mean, in any other field,
it's longer
Vincent,
than 7 years. You know, you'll do 2 years case afterwards. You'll do 2 years before an A levels. You know, it can be up to 13 years.
well, it depends what field you go into as well, doesn't it? Yeah.
Reese, can I ask you a question then, please, if that's all
Sure.
right? Do you think doctors in general, I'm generalizing here, get into being a doctor and doing that type of job, be it a surgeon or medical one, for any like monetary sort of like reasons?
I think that because I don't think that should be the reason why anybody gets into medicine. No, but I will say that the level of dedication and sacrifice that it takes to become educated to the position that people trust you with their health, and more importantly, the health of their loved ones. A point I wanted to make to Vincent was, you know, when you take your kid to the hospital when they're sick, yeah, do you want someone who is when the doctor treats your kid, do you want someone who's distracted because they're wondering whether or not they're going to be able to afford the rent on their on wherever they're living that month?
Okay, Reese.
Do you know what I mean?
Or the Reese, okay, let me reply.
Let me reply. That has to go use a food bank to feed the family.
The question again. So, for all intents and purposes, your average common and garden junior doctor will work in what's known as triage. Triage is basically a new form of A&E. They'll be diagnosing bumps on the head. They'll be diagnosing saucepans stuck on children's heads. They'll be diagnosing broken toes. They won't be diagnosing anything serious, Reese.
Vince,
They
there's
won't be
nothing new about
diagnosing
Vince.
anything which is a specialist medical
Vincent, there's
area of
nothing-
medicine.
Hello, there's nothing new about triage, mate. It's a really old thing, well understood thing. It's not new.
Well, they've kind of, yeah,
It's a
well,
way-
they don't
it's
do
a-
it in
it's a
the
method of
old-fashioned way. They do it in a
assessing
new way.
patients.
It's like booths now. I've experienced it.
It's a,
I've
it's
seen
a,
hospitals change.
yeah, it's a
I've
method of
worked in
assessing
hospitals,
patients. So
mate.
you can decide who needs treatment first. Triage, mate. It's old. It's not new at all.
Well, the process that Niggy, I spent 13, 14 years with living with doctors.
It doesn't
so-
make that any different, Vince.
Well, it kind of does because I
Not really.
know a little bit more about the industry, you know.
Okay, you think? Okay.
I've
So,
actually
my
worked
point
in
was-
hospitals.
So you're telling me I
Vincent.
don't know what triage is? No.
I didn't tell you you don't know, Niggy. I didn't.
Well, I'm saying it's not a new
Triage
thing.
is the
That's what I'm
process.
saying.
It's not a
It's a really
place.
old-
So
it's a
it's
French
a bit
word
like
the
a...
army has used for a long, long time. It's
Well, the
really old
hospitals
stuff.
have changed. Niggy, I know. I used the word. I wasn't describing. It was a word. So what it is now is it's like a conveyor belt. It's very much a fast track, but it's not very fast at all. You know, it's a slimmed down version of what A&E used to be. A&E used to be hands-on. A&E was very caring. A&E was very inclusive and involving with the patient and the family. Now you feel like a bag of fucking meat on a
Absolutely.
conveyor belt being
It's-
prodded by a
It's
junior
been
doctor.
pared
The
down to
process
its,
has
it's been
changed.
pared down to its very core. hasn't it?
Exactly. Thank you for
Right
agreeing.
down to its
Nicky.
core. Thank you. 13 years of Tories.
Well, you know how can we say that when the NHS Wales is failing?
Well, we can say that
at
because 13 years
astounding
of
rates
Tories.
under Labour.
We can say that because 13 years of Tory.
The simple fact is, whether it's Labour or Conservative, and it is both, you know, both of them have done a terrible job of it. The NHS is a very complicated beast, an incredibly complicated beast, further complicated by adding. What's the left is on the panel, so I have to say this delicately. Outsiders who suffer from diseases and conditions at a far greater rate than your average.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I sneezed.
Well, it's not bullshit. Go to
Well,
any
it is a
A&E in any
It is a
city
bit, though.
in this country and argue my point for me.
Well, actually, that's partly down to the fact that in a lot of deprived areas where large migrant populations tend to live, they're underserved by services
those
such as
deprived
GPs.
migrants
So they
driving
tend to
around
hang on,
practice
Vincent.
houses,
Don't
pages of
why,
BMWs.
Vincent?
Nothing to do
Vincent,
with migrants. Vince.
Vincent. I
Right,
haven't finished what I was saying.
talk
Please have
about.
some manners. Please have some manners, sir. The point I'm trying to make is that
Naughty.
in those communities are underserved by general services like GPs. So when they start feeling ill, the only resource they've got to go to is the A&E.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a general practitioner. The same thing goes for dentists.
Well, there's no dental health in this country, Reece. It's pretty much all private, isn't it?
Yeah, so
Well,
it's us.
the NHS
Oh,
dentists
mine
have pretty
private.
much been killed, yeah.
Same for
mine,
eyes,
mine turned
you know.
private. I was lucky.
The two things that should be on, the two things that can affect your health in ways which we can't even contemplate are your eyes and your teeth. You know, your teeth are your health. I'm repeating. I don't know who's got that on. Are you recording this so you can show all your mates how clever I am, Niggy?
Joe, everybody's been saying this to me. No, I don't record anything, mate. You're not the first though. Is it me? Is it me that's echoing?
It might have been, because it stopped now. I can still hear myself in background in someone's feed.
Yeah, it's definitely started when you come on. You're fucking.
Let's get back to junior doctors. Cause do you know what? It's not fair, really, to quantify the NHS right now.
Split it up a little bit, Vince. Can I do that same question to you that Reece sort of answered but didn't? You know what I mean? Do you think doctors get into the trade because they know they're going to get paid fairly decently or not fairly decently or don't give a fuck? They don't get into it for that reason.
I can tell you the number one reason why people choose to be a doctor, and the number one reason, anyone can Google this, is family pressure. Their uncle was a doctor, their father was a doctor, their mother was a doctor, grandfather was a doctor. This spans across Asian families, white families, and so on, all the other colours included.
Fair answer, and I'll probably agree with that.
I'll be honest with you. In my experience, I've met lots of doctors through my time. I've spent most of my family work within the NHS as well. I would say 95% of all doctors are honourable and are there to help. But of course, the kicker is they know it's a very lucrative career choice. It's a very demanding job. It's exhausting. You know, suicide rates in doctors, depression rates in doctors is through the roof. But
right,
for
like
those who cut it,
any form of work out there, you're going to have that 1% that and in it for any of those reasons, like
I would say
Harold Shipman,
girl, fucking there's
Beverly Allen
in it for the wrong reasons.
Lucy Letby.
Fair point.
Yeah, all the great surnames.
Joke.
Joke.
Harold Shipman was pretty sure that he was doing what was good.
In his own mind, yeah, but he was fucked up.
He was a drug addict, wasn't he? He was fucked up getting high on his own supply.
Was he doing God's work? Was he, or what? What was he doing?
No, he were enriching himself, wasn't he? He were fucking bumping off these little old ladies and getting them to change their wills before they died.
But that's how he finally got caught when they got contested.
Yeah.
The will got contested that he got changed. But he had done fucking hundreds before that.
Well, they reckon about 250. You know.
Yeah.
300. They reckon 300.
That would make him the most prolific serial killer in the world.
Yes.
Nah.
So let me ask you the question, Reef, and I want to hear your answer. Do you think junior doctors are remunerated fairly?
No.
And your logic?
Because for the last 13 years, they have not had a pay increase consistent with the rate of inflation. They've had below inflationary pay increases for the last 13 years.
Well,
so the amount of money that they've got.
That's misleading because inflation has dropped recently. It's dropped by 3/5. So it's gone back towards proportion.
Yeah, but we're talking over 13 years, mate. Over 13, that's a lot. So the standard of living that a junior doctor could enjoy after graduating and getting his qualification and starting practice was far higher when the Tories first took power than what it is today. A junior doctor would have been able to when the Tories took power, go into an estate agent once he got his job and got his income coming in, and if he'd saved enough money, put a deposit on an house and get a mortgage.
Isn't that more to do with house prices than their actual earnings?
It's not just that, though, is it? It's the cost of everything has risen since the Tories first got into power.
Yeah, but
and
house prices,
wages stagnated, and company profits increased. Yeah, year on year, company profits increase.
Any extras sort of thing apart from their money? Do they get any extras apart from the obvious? The number one fucking thing is obviously you get the shag hot fit nurses, like, because they're all bang bang club, isn't it?
No, they can't do that anymore, can they? Because there's that much red tape and regulations in relationships in the workplace. Because companies, the NHS is terrified about being sued for harassment and stuff, innit?
Mate, you have just ruined the future of doctoring and that. No, anyone that fucking listens to this and hears that, that's it. No, I ain't getting into that anymore. Then fuck that. Damn.
Do you know what? If somebody is listening to this and they do eventually become a doctor, they probably want to come back on and diagnose about half the members of this fucking community.
Oh, fucking hell. That'll take a while.
I've got a cousin that's he's mid-30s, but he's a senior doctor. I can't for the fucking life of me. It's to do with bones.
Am I right? Am I right in recollecting that vets train for a longer time period than doctors?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
So are we fighting for low-paid vet junior doctors as well?
No, because junior doctors are paid by the NHS. Yeah, when they're employed by the NHS, they're paid by the NHS. So it's a social benefit having the NHS, isn't it? And it's public money that they're being paid with. Now, I would rather those junior doctors get a pay increase than some of the bigwigs that you've got sat on the boards of administration in the NHS that are on £300,000 a year.
Reese, that doesn't prove any point to say that.
Right, it doesn't prove any point to say that there are executives on the in the NHS that are on £300,000 a year.
Okay.
It doesn't make.
I will counter that immediately by saying these high-paid executives tend to earn their monies. Okay, there are some well-documented cases of people who have failed in those positions and cost those hospitals or schools or universities millions. So those people earn their money. It's a poor show for you to use that, Reese.
Well, no, I disagree. I think that we've got to understand that the future of our NHS depends on being able to attract good quality candidates into the service. And in order to do that, we have to show those people coming into that industry that they're going to be looked after and remunerated.
And get rid of the best managers and pay peanuts for monkeys to run their hospitals.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Right. So do you know that? Right. Look at it this way, Vincent. Right. It used to be. It's probably not the case now. But if you ask someone on £20,000 a year, income, and £50,000 a year about how happy they are, the chances are the person that's got £50,000 a year is probably going to express that they're a bit happier than the person on £20,000 a year. Yeah, is that a fair assumption to make?
Yeah. Well, money's the solution to everything around here, isn't it, Reese? Money solves every problem around here, according to you.
Well, no, that's not exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that money is the cause of every problem around here, not the solution.
Well, it's not, is it? It's not.
Well, why is it? How can you point to one thing that is not the cause of the pursuit of monetary gain?
Well, money doesn't bring happiness, Reese. It doesn't guarantee happiness. You know, somebody who's poor and happy will be rich and happy. Somebody who's miserable and poor will likely be miserable and rich.
I disagree because the fact of the matter is it's very, very difficult.
Money does solve everything. Like I said, you disagreed with me. Money solves everything.
No, what I'm saying is it's very difficult to be happy when you feel insecure in your dwelling, in knowing where your next meal's coming from. Well, it's very, very difficult to feel happy in those circumstances, Vincent. So
my grandparents.
It's a question of security.
And having enough money for weed, bit of alcohol, widescreen TV, enough money to go clubbing of a weekend. It's all hedonism, Reese. It's all things that you think you deserve. Hedonism.
Right. No. I'm talking about basic necessities. I need a roof over my head, Vincent. Everybody does. Yeah? Everybody needs food in their bellies. These aren't luxuries, Vincent. There are things that, as human beings, they're essential for us to survive.
Well, when it comes to why the doctors justify not being paid enough, the main reason is that they can't afford to buy their own houses. That's what they're saying. They're not earning enough to buy a house, buy a property. Well, the market has the greatest impact on that. And secondly, I don't think any student in this country at the moment sitting a course bit 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 13 years, or whatever else, are considering buying a house while they're studying. The studying period is meant to be a period of learning, not earning.
Right, so they're not studying when they're practicing as a junior doctor. You know that,
Of
don't
course
you?
they are.
No, they're
Of
not.
course they
They're
are.
practicing medicine. They are
I don't think
practicing
they're-
doctors. They can write prescriptions, Vincent.
Vince doesn't like that, does he? He doesn't like that.
They are practicing doctors. It's not. They're not apprentices. They're not fucking. They've passed their qualification. They have a doctorate. That shit's hard to get. Have you got a doctorate, Vincent?
No, I have not. Have you?
Right. No, I don't have a doctorate. No. But it's very, very difficult to get a doctorate. I am
Echo is
absolutely
really
certain of
annoying
it.
me. Reese,
I've
I
got
get
one.
that, but
Living around the
Have
corner. Living around the corner, yeah.
Dr. Niggy.
No, I've got a doctorate living around the corner.
All right.
Okay. Just so there's no confusion. I'm not actually. You're just getting a bit angry there, Vince. I thought I'd calm you down a sec, mate.
He's the one shouting. I'm laughing.
What I'm saying, Vincent, is that these individuals that are practicing medicine are doctors. They're not.
Well,
It's
they're
a
not.
misnomer to
For all
call them a
intents and
junior
purposes,
doctor
they're
because
not.
they've already got the
They're
qualification.
not. They're being shadowed by a fully qualified doctor, Reese. And
Yes,
will
you're
remain to do
absolutely
so
right,
for
but they're
years to come.
still
For years to
practicing
come. They wouldn't
medicine.
let a newly qualified non-junior doctor run riot in a ward, Reese. They just wouldn't. These things don't happen.
No, they do. Mate of mine who was in the band with his missus is a qualified doctor, and once she qualified, she had to do whether you want to call it an extra apprenticeship, but she had to do at least 2 years in A&E being monitored.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and then
no,
she
I
went into
understand
GP
that
specialist for
there is
18 months
a
being
career
watched.
path. There is a career path that doctors follow. Yeah, and once you get into you get into specialisms and stuff like that, those career paths can, to get to the point where you are considered to be a consultant, where people come and ask you about the cases, and you have a specialty. You know what I mean? That's the career path that they go through. But when they get the qualification, the day that they get that qualification, they are a doctor. When you see them, when they come and treat
Reese,
you
let
in the
it go.
room, you say good evening,
Let it
doctor.
go.
You do address them as doctor when they go into
You do. They're a doctor.
You don't call it an
Just
apprenticeship.
because it's
you
a
call it
title
something else.
junior, it doesn't make them. Yes, they are still progressing in their career path, but they are a doctor
Reese, you've normally
nonetheless.
rage quit by now, so I'm on borrowed time. Please let it go. So let me ask you a question, Reese. Let's all get in a time machine. Everyone in the chat. Let's all get in the time machine, and we're going to go forward 10 years.
Shotgun.
Yeah?
Fucking shotgun.
So now, you get in shotgun, Niggy. Niggy's in the front with me. So the doctor's now.
I ain't going in the back.
Doctor's now 35, 36 years old. Yeah, 35, 36 years old. They're earning I think the basic salary for a doctor's contract at the moment is, I think it's 40 hours for £109,000 per year. And if they're GP, there's far more to do with it. Hospital GP, slightly less, but there are benefits to being a hospital GP. You can drop the body and walk away, and somebody else will deal with it.
You can take bandages home at the end of the day. Rob, you can swap places with
stay straight covered. So the question is, Reese, that doctor is driving around a nice little Porsche, 100 grand a year. He's slowly and methodically paying off his student loan as he wishes, as he chooses to. Do we still feel sorry for him?
At that point,
that was such a long.
You wouldn't, would you? I wouldn't feel sorry for him at that point. He's been well remunerated for his work, and to be honest with you, Vincent,
so technically,
he deserves it. He deserves it.
The capitalist bastard.
No, I'm saying he deserves to be paid what he's owed.
And he will, and he'll earn for the next
It's
25
not
to
about
30 years.
will, Vincent. The fact
He'll be
is,
well
these people.
remunerated and be well respected in the community.
So you don't think a junior doctor should be respected?
Well, of course they should. What I'm saying is a doctor will be well respected in the community once he's finished his task, you know? The doctors, they're the superheroes of my childhood growing up. The doctor, the whole community was based around the doctor.
I mean, the doctor gets so much respect. You let him put 2 fingers up your bum, oh fuck's sake.
I can honestly
And then
say
go
that if it
the
weren't
next morning, Rob.
if it weren't for doctors, I wouldn't be here.
Did someone
No,
say like 2 in a surprise way? Is my doctor like fucking proper finger banging me or something, or what? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, Reese, I did not,
Imagine
the emergency doctors, I wouldn't be here either. And Vince would be arguing with nobody.
I had a burst appendix when I was 14 years old. Without
I
doctors,
had the same
I'd
at
have died.
17. Ruptured gangrenous appendix.
Had it, been there, done it, didn't have it removed, and then had it removed again 4 5 years later, would you believe?
Mine
too
burst
quick
while
to
I was in the operation, Reese.
Yeah, so
And they
did mine.
They couldn't
They were
seal
gonna
me
put
up,
it in
so
a
I
jar,
had an
but they
open
couldn't.
wound. Did you have an open wound for about 3
do you want to
months?
see me
6 months?
scars? Shall we get the scars out, lads?
No, mate.
I reckon I rinsed
It's like
all you
Jaws.
motherfuckers with
No, you
scars.
won't. You won't rinse
swear.
me. I've got loads.
Oh, I don't know. I'm a Scarfest. I am.
I have as well. I've measured them once. I'm not going to tell you, but there's a bit.
I've got away in a bar with saying I was fucking attacked by a shark and believed. Fucking
Okay.
that's how much scarage my.
Would have been a
Mine.
small shark, Rob.
I've had people come up to me in the swimming
No, it wasn't
pool
on the
and
dick.
say- I've had people come up to me in the swimming baths and go, "You're a motorcyclist, aren't you?" Doctors, probably.
So here's an aside, Reese.
Right
So
down my
when
leg.
I
That is purely because you was
I
wearing
don't
a
go
leather,
to swimming
leather
baths
studded
'cause-
cap.
I don't go to
Big
swimming
l-
baths because
big
kids stare when I take my
scars
shirt
down
off.
my legs and stuff.
I've got a big skull mark on my shoulder, on my chest. So I don't.
So,
like I
Reece.
say, had it not been
So,
for the
Reece.
doctors that treated that, I'd be dead as well.
Anybody else had a bone graft? Because
Not a bone graft. No, I've had a skin graft.
No, but I've had
30 odd years ago, I had bone grafts, and it
yeah,
still
I had
hurts the site where
I've
they
had
took
marrow
the stuff from.
extracted from the hip socket.
Right, that's I've had my,
You know, with a
the-
big needle where they stick it in between your hip ball
Oh,
and the
I don't
joint
know.
to get in the marrow.
Oh no!
I've had that done. Oh, that
Right.
was very nice.
That sounds tasty.
Oh, I've had that all dislocated and had a big pin put down the center of the, the femur. A big pin put
Yeah.
down to thread the bits on because it broke 2-3 times. Oh yeah, fucking lovely.
I bet it hurts when it's cold, doesn't it, nigga?
Oh mate, it's lovely. Yeah, that's it. I'm a thingy mess now, aren't I?
Big up the fucking
like the bionic man?
arthritic fucking panel. Fucking hell.
Absolutely.
So what were you saying, Vincent? Sorry, when I went.
Okay, so it's a bit of an aside. So with so many qualified solicitors in this community, so if say Princess Angela goes and studies law for 3 years, and then does a master's for 2 years, and then once she finishes a master's, she's applying to law firms, and the way the law society works at the moment is it's pretty much unpaid work for 2 years. It's called articles. Unless you're I don't know, the daughter or the niece of the owner of the law firm, you will pretty much not get paid for what you're doing. Should we be that echo's really pissing me off. Should we be fighting on here now so that those junior solicitors are paid a fair wage, Reese?
No, because lawyers are blood-sucking cunts.
Yeah. Fuck 'em, the sharks. Fuck 'em. So is it
Listen,
the human element that
I'd rather
makes you
put my
feel this
hands
way?
in the life of a doctor than the life of than the hands of a lawyer.
So you're making a judgment based not on fiscal properties, but on emotional properties, Reese.
No, what I'm making the judgment on is the fact that these people are civil servants, and if we want to attract people into the civil service, which we need to do, we need more doctors, Vincent. Yeah, we need, just like we
Why
need
don't
more
we
nurses.
have doctors, Reese?
We need to have a pay structure.
Why don't we have our own homegrown doctors, Reese?
Because the NHS pay structure doesn't attract the quality minds to in order
We
to
reduced
in
the
order to
amount of
attract.
places for homegrown doctors. We started importing substandard doctors. I think that's very accurate to say it that way. Substandard.
That's different.
By
than
what
weed,
metric?
then, isn't it?
By what
'Cause
metric are
we
you
import
stating
really
that
good weed,
that
but don't grow the
doctors
greatest.
from other countries are substandard, Vincent?
Well, the language barrier for one, the level of education in foreign countries for another, their level of care for somebody who is not of their own race is probably the hardest hitting.
What?
That is a very sweeping generalisation to make, Vincent.
It sure is.
Sweeping, but accurate. Have you ever read any?
And quite problematic. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, these people, when they become doctors, part of becoming a doctor is swearing something called the Hippocratic Oath, Vincent. Yeah.
Yes.
And part of the Hippocratic Oath states that you treat all men equally.
Yes.
Do you not take your oath seriously? Are you accusing these doctors of not taking their oath seriously?
I don't have an oath.
No, you don't. You're not in a position where people trust you as much as a doctor, Vincent, are you?
Well,
you don't have the same level of education as a doctor. You know, you haven't made the same sacrifice. You haven't made the same sacrifices that they've made to become a doctor.
I've had no level of education, Reese.
Well, congratulations. Neither do I. Beyond GCSE, really.
Okay, I did A level.
I did an MBQ in catering, but
fuck you all.
So a lot of people have pointed out in the chat. I'm never one to look for support in the chat. I love your chat, by the way. But a lot of people have got a vagina.
300 messages.
I've got a vagina. A lot of people in the chat have said that, you know, a study role is always low paid. You know, somebody learning the job is always low paid. Jason's channel pointed out, this is from memory, Jason's channel pointed out that in any job, you're always the lowest paid person at the start.
So, do you think that our junior doctors should be paid less than our truck drivers?
Well, why are we demeaning truck drivers? Truck drivers do a very important job. It's very.
Listen, my father was a truck driver. My brother was a truck driver. I've been around trucks and cars all my life, Vincent. It's in my blood. I've nothing.
I would say,
you know what I mean? Go on, sorry.
I would say a truck driver has an incredibly high level of responsibility. Whether that's equal to a junior doctor or not, I don't know. Whether it's equal to a junior doctor or not, I don't know.
I would say not, no, because have you ever met many truck drivers?
I've known a few, yes.
Have you known any of them to have been of startling intellect?
Yes, I have actually. Were you going to say not?
No, obviously there are exceptions. There are exceptions to every rule.
People call me judgy, but you are really the king of the judges.
Oh, you gave him an in, Reese.
No. I'm not being judgmental. What I'm saying is there are obviously exceptions to every rule, but the majority of.
Are you going to tell us? Are you going to tell us now that they like to murder prostitutes as well?
You knew he was going to say that.
Yeah, we got the Clarkson massive.
I mean, it's not a big jump, is it? You know.
Well, these days you're not getting a truck license unless you've got a certain level of intelligence.
Well, no, look, yes, I understand.
You've got to know a certain amount of mechanics.
There's qualifications that you have to do. You've got to do continuing education throughout your career, there's something called a CPC that you have to do. It's a mandatory, I think it's about 40 hours over the course of the year you have to complete of different aspects of training. And depending on the specialism of your license, you know, you might be qualified to carry chemicals because you're a container driver, or you know, even nuclear materials if you work in the military, you know, so you need all these different certifications to carry these different loads because you need to know what to do if you crash, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they're all thick. But they're all thick. Can't string a
No,
sentence
I'm not saying
right,
that. I'm not saying that they're all thick. But what I'm saying is, there's the amount of studying that it takes to become a truck driver is considerably less than the amount of studying that it takes to become a doctor.
Well, you said
Would
lorry
you
drivers
agree with
do
that
a
statement?
lifelong training session. So don't lorry drivers study for longer?
Well, no, because doctors also have continuing education requirements to
Yeah,
upkeep
I
their
didn't think
career.
you'd be
So,
bright enough to come back with that, Reese.
well, come off it.
Well, you're not that bright, are you, Reese? Come on.
The continuing
You've let me get
education
away
is
with some
mandatory
murderous-
for a doctor.
Some murderous fucking retorts here, and you've not counted them. So Ministry's having a really nice, peaceful live here, and I don't think
He's
we've
fucking fallen asleep. He's the fucking worst host ever tonight. What
I'm
the
still
fuck?
I
here.
don't think we've been misbehaved. Rob Random's probably the most raucous on the panel. So to finalise, Sniggy,
Hello, sweetheart. What's up?
do we unfairly pay our junior doctors, and why, please? Reese didn't really give us a why. Reese is his little heart's beating every time he thinks of a junior doctor, only because it's been on the telly, I want to add.
I don't watch the telly, you moron.
I don't watch the telly
Yeah,
either.
well, you're mentioning it now because it's been on the telly.
I haven't got a telly.
I want about him, Niggy.
Him.
Right, so,
telly.
no, you brought up the conversation about the NHS, and obviously, subsequently, the conversation went on to what we pay junior doctors. I believe what we pay all of our healthcare staff is a travesty, mate. And what we pay our teachers, they're massively undervalued by society. These people are actually key, pivotal people, the people that are educating our children and looking after our sick people, and they are undervalued by our society, by our government. They all deserve to be paid more.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Disagree with me
know
if
what
you
they
can,
say,
Vincent.
those who can't teach.
Yeah.
What? Those who can't teach?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Vincent?
This is about you and me. What are you talking about, John, you melt? Sorry, just referred to the chat.
Why do we have a crisis with teaching, Reese? Let's do this one quickly. Why do we have a crisis with teaching?
We have a crisis with teaching for a number of different reasons.
Ain't no man's in now. You're in trouble, Rich.
Can we only have one? Like, let's have just the top reason. Let's not go on too long about all this bollocks, can it, please? Yeah.
Well, I would say the top reason is that education has been vastly underfunded for quite a long time.
Right.
The schools are run more like businesses now, as opposed to
well, they are a
centres in
business.
the community.
They are a business. The NHS is a business. You understand this, don't you?
Well, the fact of the matter is, we shouldn't be looking at the provision of these services to our communities as businesses.
Turning secondary schools into academies.
And isn't it strange, Reece, that some of those businesses succeed and some fail?
Even can it?
Well,
we've got a flat earther in as well now.
What do you mean?
Well, isn't it odd that the schools in the more or the less what's the word? The less crime-stricken areas tend to do better on the same budget as a school in a crime-ridden area?
Well, because typically poverty and crime go hand in hand. and it's difficult to get a child to focus on the lessons that they're being taught in school when they have empty stomachs.
Right.
Because the parents
So who
can't
do we
afford
need-
to feed them.
So who do we need to blame for that?
Well, there are a number of different factors that come into play. You know, the corporations for a start, with price gouging and using this cost of living crisis, quote unquote, as an excuse to massively inflate prices and profits for their shareholders. But that's number one. And
that's a
that's the
recent
first
reason.
But
That's
the
a
second
recent
reason is that these
No,
are
no,
also
that's a
employers,
recent
Vincent,
happening,
as well.
Reece. You
These
can't
are
use
also
that to blame the last 40 years of the schools failing.
these are also employers, yeah, and these employers aren't paying their employees enough to be able to afford the basic amenities to be able to provide their children with the start that they need in life. Also, secondly, you could blame the government for taking away the Sure Start provision, which was helping children to gain
full circle.
which was helping children to gain literacy,
Yeah.
Vincent.
Giving a
It was
2-year-old
helping them
child
to gain.
custard cream and some fucking fuzzy felt to play with is so important to their development.
Rob Random,
course
I
it
vote we
is.
get the table tennis net out, mate, and have a game
Oh,
between
mate,
us.
fucking, do you think? I just want to put one thing in, guys. Everyone, just hold up for a second, right? We've got experienced people on here, but you're making the show look fucking a travesty. Go and refresh your avatars, because all you've got at the moment, Vega is just a fucking white one, and yeah,
I can't help you. I can't. I'm going to have to be white.
Just go to the settings, go to fucking avatar, and then click on your
things I do for you, Rob.
Oh, mate, it's doing my fucking OCD, and I just want to like.
Can't reach.
I tell you what, because it's New Year. Let's spoil all the ladies. There you go.
That's better. Thank you very much. That's fucking. That's good. That at least shows right. You at the moment are in the lead because you've put one up. Now, come on, Reese. Don't let the Welsh down.
Oh, hang on. I thought doing that.
We have a failing.
I thought doing that would refresh it. Hang on.
We have a failing school system. What happened in the 70s was what's known as the Long March through the institutions. So
there we go. I've tidied up your panel there, Mins. You can fucking thank me later.
These left-wing activists, communists, socialists, however you wish to call them, they decided to get as many people as they could in the schools. So the schools started, and anyone can argue with me here, started to be filled with low IQ, substandard teachers into the schools, all willing to hand out gay agendas, trans agendas, this agenda, that agenda. And the school system is pretty much... No, it's not. It's not. I mean, you can argue it, Niggy. You can tell me it's wrong, but I'll show you a school. So we have schools at the moment which are left-leaning, and I don't think that's healthy. You know, schools generally, 9 out of 10 school teachers used to be male. Now, I'm no male supremacist, but the education rates and the success rates were far higher. Now we have 9 out of 10 are women, and those numbers have swung completely.
Is that for real?
You know what? I've got it. No, Vincent. Some of my favourite teachers were women.
Yeah, of course, Reese. I could have answered that for you.
What do you
No. What I mean was, and when I say my favourite teachers, I mean people that I learnt the most from, that I gained right. So I had a science teacher. She was called Miss Dawson. Yeah. And
great.
she was like a sprightly little imp of a woman. She had a really short bob hair and like this always had this mischievous grin on her face. And
how many times did you tug off over this woman?
She taught science, and what she did was she used her personality and her own enthusiasm to get the kids in the class enthusiastic and curious about the experiments that they were doing. And do you know what I mean?
There would be, Reese, you don't have to press it. There will be some marvellous female teachers. I agree with you. Marvellous. But on
Go
the
on.
whole,
However, yeah,
on
but
the whole, the
on the
schools
whole-
are left leaning. The schools
I'm worried about
are,
your 90% numbers,
well,
Vince. I'm not sure
counter
they
it
check
then.
out.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 8 out of 10 women now. But you know, I'm sure everyone's aware of this. Schools receive funding based on the number of pupils. They also receive funding based on the number of agendas they're willing to push. So if you have a school which is willing to have rainbow flags all out on the front and all the books in the kiddies' library with Uncle Tom Bum's Uncle Ben, you know, then that school will receive extra funding. It's same for trans. It's same for immigration and all the other agendas that we can't talk about on here because we're all racists and what's the word? Fascists, bigamists, and ists. And
Hey, watch it, mate. I'm a good racist.
It
I'm
depends
a good
how
guy.
far you go, doesn't it, Vince?
Now,
Everybody.
Niggy, you agree with me? My God.
What? No, I didn't agree with you. I was just
Vega,
Well,
and
you
I
did.
put
You
part
go.
of
Just
your
did there.
question out there.
Okay, listen.
You know,
Thank
back in
you,
the day when
Niggy.
it was mainly male,
you can
male
thank me again
teachers.
now, Vince. 85.1% of all teachers in state-funded school in England were white British, but that doesn't. Oh, sorry. I thought it was going to mention male and female.
I don't see colour, Niggy.
No,
Colour
I
means nothing to me.
thought it
Unless,
was going to mention sex, but I can't find it. That's what I was
I
looking
would
for.
say it was 8 or 9 out of 10 female.
You never mentioned colour, but you're a little bit, you know, iffy about where people come from, aren't you, Vincent?
Well, they do come from those places, Reese. Are we going to pretend that they don't?
From what places?
Yes, Jay.
Well, when I said about Asian doctors earlier or African doctors earlier, they do come from Asia or Africa. Are we going to pretend that they don't?
Do you have a problem with the fact that they come from those
No,
places?
I have no problem.
Oh, right.
That's
But
why
what you said was you had questions about their the level of education that they attained at those
the
places.
level of education. Yes, I do. Of course I do.
Right. So you think that you know, a lot of these places where these people are coming from are former colonial powers held by the British. You understand that, right?
And very lucky they were to have been colonized.
Yeah, of course. We set up their educational institutions.
We did the whole lot. We built everything for them.
Yeah, so we know what
Hello,
standard
KP.
they're being
Hello.
educated to. And it's a standard that we set.
Oh, Vince.
So
In
do you still have a problem with
21-22
the education that they're given?
Okay, all right.
One
Let's
sec,
look at
one sec. Fact check.
Let's look at one statistic.
Vince,
So
let me
passing the
fact check.
final hey,
Let me just
it's not me.
fact check, mate. In 21-22, 75.5% of school teachers were women. If I don't know
Okay,
what that, whether that
it's
backs
close.
up
I
your
said
point
about
or not,
8.
but I'll just
I said
thought
9
I'd
and then I
fact
said about
it.
8. So a white doctor in this country passes, and anyone can Google this as well, passes their final medical exam roughly more times in first place than any time in second. The average Asian doctor passes his medical exam in this country after 5 times. The African numbers are worse.
Where do you read
Google
this?
away.
Where do you get these figures?
Google away. Google
Yeah,
away.
is that where it is? Just you've Googled that.
That just means they try
I'm
harder.
not Googling anything. I'm sat in the car and hitting it down with rain. I can't do
Well, I
anything.
wouldn't
with
where
it.
you got your figures. That's all.
Well, these are
I'm
figures
gonna
I
have
don't know.
to call 5 minutes on the stream, guys.
Ah!
I haven't had
Vincent,
any dinner,
really
so I'm gonna
well.
have to get off soon. And
This is the first time I've
Face.
got on with this pair ministry.
He was really enjoying himself, man. We
it's
bored you
been a
to
good
death.
life.
Sorry,
It's been a
man.
good life.
It's been
chill
emotional.
apart from one little
Diggy,
Bobby.
put your
Bobby
number
shout, you know.
backstage. I'll call you straight afterwards and we'll talk all night.
What?
Put your telephone number backstage. I'll call you straight after.
Oh, that's a
Carry
great
on.
idea, Vince. Yeah.
I expect someone will be carrying on. I expect someone will be firing up and carrying on after me.
All right, mate. Thank you very much.
Well,
for
I'm
the,
off to bed anyway, mate.
Thanks for doing it, man. Thank you very much, mate.
No worries.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, big
Pleasure
good
as
night.
usual, gentlemen.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been emotion.
And
Thanks so much.
big up to the chat that have lad.
Well,
Good
I
night.
didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Oh, you got another rage quit in at the end. Well done. Nice. End it
Never
on a
fails.
high. Anyway, I'm going to.
That was cool. Cheers, Reese.
Later, Rob.
Take care, guys.
Good night, Nicky.
Yeah, cheers for coming on, guys.
Me
Cheers
and
for coming
you,
on, Vince.
Ministry. Yeah, just having on Ministry. I know you wanted a quiet one. I did try to behave myself as much as
No, it was quiet.
physically
Apart from
possible.
the little Bobby bit, you know, it was chill.
Yeah. All right,
all good.
Ministry. Have a lovely evening. See you in the chat somewhere.
All right, Vince. All right.
Good night, man.
In a bit. See you in a bit. Cheers, everybody. First video premiere, then live follow on for the year. So, I expect Mrs. is going to be wanting a cuppa, and I need a slice of toast or three. So, I shall catch you all in a chat. In about 20 minutes. Ciao for now.